Hey guys, it's your boy Sushi here with another Etheria restart video. So just a really quick intro this time around. So I'm at 1.3 thousand subscribers right now, and today is January 5th for this intro. And I plan on giving away one monthly pass on the 22nd. So the 22nd, as you guys might know, is the Arknights Enfield release date. So I'm going to be trying that out live on stream. It's going to be hype. Should be good. But if I can hit 1,500 subscribers by January 22nd, then I will be giving away 2 monthly passes for any gacha game that you want. Okay. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support me. The channel is growing very quickly, I think. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in every day and watching every video. And let's get into this video. Hey guys, it's your boy Sushi here with another Etheria restart video. So as you probably saw from the thumbnail, the title, yes, I am account reviewing the number 2 Omega Whale Asia server player. Okay, same thing with Anpix, guys. I did not go out of my way to ask them this. Okay, bro, DM me on Discord, so we're gonna get this done. Okay, same thing. Okay, guys. I did not reach out to him or anything. I didn't even know, and I don't even know any Asia server players, anything like that. He DM'd me on Discord. Is all good. Okay, guys. So just on that note, I am doing account reviews for both top players and even like platinum, maybe even gold players, maybe, but I probably the lowest rank I'll go is platinum because that's when you're kind of serious about RTA. We can actually give you some good input and stuff like that. So platinum, okay. If you want your account reviewed, join the Discord, ping me or DM me, and I'll add you to the list because we have quite the list now. Um, for getting your account reviewed. Okay, if you just want to show your account as a top player, that's totally fine too. But if you want your account reviewed to improve on and stuff like that, we can do that as well. Okay, so without further ado, let's start clicking around. Let's see this Omega Whales account. Okay, full disclosure, guys, bro, this account he spent the player Dan Yan, I think Dan Yan is the name. He spent 20,000 USD. Okay, guys, 20,000 USD. All right, so let's start clicking around. Let's show the credentials. Okay, here he is. Look at that. EWS Transcender, bro. Look at that. Mythic 3, rank 3, rank 3. He's Mythic 3, okay, guys? We're going to go show off his ranks and stuff like that really quick first before we look through all his characters and replays, okay? So he's currently rank 3. I think when we were talking and in the thumbnail, he's rank 2 because that was like yesterday or the day before. But bro is no joke, okay? Bro is no joke. It's legit, okay? And last season in the Hall of Glory here, last season he was ranked 5. Okay. These Asia server players are absolutely insane, bro. Look at how many points the number 1 player has 4.6 thousand. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think for the global server, our max score right now, our max points is only like 4.2 or 4.3. So these Asian players are Omega sweats, okay, guys? If you guys thought the top players in global were sweats, the Asia players are way sweatier, man. They're absolutely insane. They're so good at this game. So he has a 59.5% win rate. He's already played over 1,100 games, bro. Jesus, look at this win streak and shit, bro. Absolutely insane. So we'll be taking a look at some of these replays after, okay, after we check his characters and see all the whale characters, okay, all of them. So here we go. PvP loadout. Let me mute the game right now because they're going to be talking a lot every time we click the characters. But yeah, we're gonna show off pretty much like all the builds, all the speed, stuff like that. He didn't say that I couldn't show anything like Anpick specifically for the tournament or whatever. But yeah, we pretty much can show everything you guys want to see here. So let's just click through the prowesses first, okay? Let's just click through the prowesses to see all the dupes, okay? Boom, P5 Doki Doki. What the fuck? P5 Tiamat, right? The RGB dupes aren't that big of a deal because they're RGB, right? But still, they make a difference. But at this point, if you're a turn 2 player, which he is, okay, he's mainly a turn 2 player, you should have Tiamat, Rahu, Holden, P5, all that stuff. Veronica P5, though, Jesus, Hoyan P3, Born P4, Fuchu P5, Plume P5, Ray Mary P5, Lowen P5, Fiamelia P5, The Ting P5, P5, Mass only P2. I'm guessing because he's a turn 2 player, right? So there's no reason for him to max out mass at all. But definitely his turn 2 units are pretty stacked. P2 Lilith, P5 Heinrich, P5 Shiata. I don't even know if he used Shiata that much. Probably not, right? Because he has no modules. But anyway, P5 Rahu, P5 Lily, P4 Link, P5 Holden, P1 Ninfo, P5 Lilium, P5 Silence, P5 Yelly, P3 Yelly. Damn, bro doesn't use Rosa. P1 Rosa, P1 Nahor. So it doesn't look like it looks like he plays CC as well, right? A little bit of CC, but he doesn't max out the CC characters, obviously, right? The turn two bruisers and healers and stuff like that, every single stat matters. Um, Much more than it does for characters like Nahor Mio, right? P5 cock, bro. Wait, does he have a better cock than Bach? We're going to have to check that later. But he's not fully maxed, so probably not, because Bach has a completely maxed cock. Anyway, we got P4 Nevet here. P5 Santic, Jesus. Chloros, Aya, P5. Senyu, P5, of course. Chiaki, P5, 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 P5. Tyranda. Also, he has a Sanya awakened, so his Tyranda's not awakened, right? Because he's a turn 2 player. Batsby, Palin, of course. Nothing on Bayo, nothing. P5, P5. Okay, yeah. Pretty much. So definitely, he seems like a peer turn 2 with a little bit, almost a peer turn 2, right? So a little bit of CC. I'm just curious. Yeah, a little bit of CC. We'll check. We'll check the replays to see if he actually drafts CC, but definitely for the most part, got to be a pure turn 2 player, bro. Pure turn 2 player. All right, let's take a look at some of these builds. And if you guys wanted to see his skill upgrades and stuff, you can just pause on whatever character I just clicked through. But anyway, Doki Doki right here. No bloodbath, right? No bloodbath on the Doki. HP, HP, HP. Wow, triple HP Doki. I guess because he's not running on Bloodbath, right? So he wants her to be tanky. Like no effect res, but very fast Doki. You guys know my Doki. I don't use her that much, like or at all. She's pretty slow. But 341 Doki's pretty nice. Tiamat, of course, the Amber build. You guys already know. Wow, he reduces damage taken. Wow, on Tiamat. Usually the global players run her on damage, but there it is. Very nice, bro. Damn. P5 Veronica, dude. Bulwark. Bloodbath Halloween. Yep, as expected. That's expected. Hoyan, of course. Very nice. Very, very nice. Count. Boom, boom, boom. Insane, dude. Born. I'm actually pretty excited to film the replays later, right, guys? Because you guys know the style between the Asia servers and the global servers are definitely going to be different. Like I've played a lot of different games where you have like Asia versus or the Asian servers like Eastern versus Western, and we always play different, right? We always play different. So I'm very excited to see how they draft and stuff like that. So we won't be just watching his replays, right? Well, I mean we're watching his replays, but we'll also see how the other Asia players draft, and it's pretty insane. They have some new strats that I'll talk about later in the video because Dan Yan he gave me like some notes to talk about regarding this video. We got Fuchu right here, HP effect res. Wow. Supernova, of course, of course. Well, some of the builds will be similar, right? Of course, some of the builds will be similar. Plume on Bloodbath 316, HP effect accuracy. So it seems like his account for the non-tank, non-healer characters, he goes for extra bulk, right? Because you guys know me, like I'm a turn 1 player, so I technically don't count. But I do know some other turn 2 players, they don't really run Plume on bulky like this. Not quite as bulky. Okay. Let's keep going around. Amber. Oof. Amber on the Plume. Damn. Okay. Ray Mary, right? Just the standard best in slot Ray Mary build right here. Amber, shiny Amber, very nice. Yeah, pretty much you guys know even I run this Ray Mary build because it's too broken. Lowen on, I'm guessing Amber as well. Yes, sir. I'm considering changing my Lowen to Amber. I've been trying to farm one, but yeah, that's the build. 304 though. 304 Amber Lowen is actually pretty damn fast. Fiamelia, so he's rocking the Bach strat. I don't know if like I don't know who came up with this strat first, but this is definitely like the one we showcased from Bach yesterday or the day before whenever I uploaded that video. But HP, 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 of course. Very, very nice there. The Ting on Bloodbath. Is he on Jackal? Yes, Jackal, right? So this is the... Do I run this on my Ting? I don't remember, bro. I don't remember. Anyway, defense, effect, accuracy, defense. Very nice. The Ting right there. Here it is, the Awakened Sanya HP, HP, HP. I think he's going for Tyrandot next. I'm not sure. But yeah, very nice. There's the build. 276. Sanya is pretty good. No Messiah, poor BBC. Lilith HP, HP, effect, accuracy. So yeah, it looks to me, okay, it looks to me that the at least this account, right? At least Dan Yan's account. He seems to really prioritize bulk and extra survivability, right? I'm guessing that might be the similar like mindset for maybe that might be the mindset for like Asia players, right? Extra bulk, right? You guys can see, look at his Holden here. Not Holden, sorry, his Heinrich. Bloodbath, HP and defense and one effect accuracy. So it seems like the Asia players, they don't care too much about the effect accuracy, right? They play the really, really long turn 2 games where if you outlast your opponent, if you survive with like 1 HP and stuff like that, you might be able to win, right? That seems like the way they're playing. No extra bulk on the Rahu though, but still very, very strong Rahu. Jesus Christ. He runs, oh, interesting. He runs Ether Plague on the Rahu instead of the Colossal Guard. I don't know if it's because he doesn't have a Colossal Guard, but this is definitely the first Rahu I've seen with Ether Plague. But definitely you see, right? Extra bulkiness in terms of both HP and defense. Nice, nice. Lily, okay, Lily seems to be missing a piece here. Probably not intentional unless he doesn't draft Lily anymore. We'll check the replays. Maybe he doesn't draft Lily anymore, so he left this there on purpose, and he left it like missing on purpose. But she's on Amber as well. Very nice. Ling HP HP effect res on the Gigabyte and the Bulwark. Forcing the Bulwark, right? A lot of I've seen this build around lately, forcing Bulwark on Gigabyte Ling. Very nice. Got the Holden defense crit. Defense, speed, yup, very nice. 280 Holden. That's actually pretty fast for a turn 2 Bloodbath Holden for sure. Doesn't use Nympho. Lilium on Bloodbath here. Is it on Law of Silence? Yes, it is. So forcing the Bloodbath for this Lilium here. Nice. I'm going to try, when we check the replays, I'm going to try to find different characters. So maybe I'll try to look for Lilium if he drafts a Lilium, stuff like that. And we'll look at both his wins and some of his losses as well. And we'll see what we can learn from there. HP effect accuracy. Jackal, nice. 249 Silence. Very slow Silence, though, for sure. Very slow Silence. Interesting. We got Yelly here. A very fast Yelly. A 304 Yelly on Revelation. Yeah, I might make my Yelly fast as well. I haven't gotten around to it. He has a Freya on Bulwark as well with a shiny Jackal. Very nice. Maybe to speed contest, right? Maybe to speed contest. We'll see. But other than the Freya, he doesn't really have any other characters that can speed contest, right? Nohor, Codex, boom, boom, boom. 293 speed only. So maybe he doesn't have that much speed. We'll also take a look at some of his speed in his inventory as well. Mio right here, effect accuracy. HP, boom, boom, boom. Very nice. Kokardi right here, crit damage, crit rate, attack bonus. Boom, boom, boom. Navet, Bloodbath Navet. Okay, so he plays turn 2 Navet. So that is another thing I've noticed. A lot of Asian players or players from the Asia server, they really, really like Navet for some reason. But you guys know the consensus from the global players, bro. Navet sucks, bro. She's so bad. I don't know. Maybe we'll learn a thing or two from some of the replays if we get some that he drafts. But the Asian players, they love Navet. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. He has also an Aya right there. Is the build. Boom, boom, boom. Pretty standard builds for the most part. Okay, his Senyu. How fast is his Senyu? 336 Senyu. Damn. So yeah, he has quite a lot of speed, but not like Ampix, obviously, right? Not like Ampix, because he is mainly a turn 2 player. This is a pure turn 2 account, pretty much, with a teeny bit of extra stuff. like some CC. But like I said, we don't know if he drafts it. He might just have them built, but if you don't draft it, then it doesn't really matter, right? There we go. He runs a DPS Viper. Wow, nice, nice. Nothing here. Okay, there is the Mizuki. Boom, boom, boom. You guys can see all that. Sylph. Oh, I hate this character, bro. She cleanses and heals so much, man. But there is the build on her. No Kaz, Tyrande, Batsby, Palin. Yes, Palin right here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Legit, like I'm singing that again, guys. What is this? Ooh, ooh, a turn two Bayo. This might be the most interesting build I've seen so far, right? Everything else is like pretty standard, right? Pretty standard for a turn two player. What is this though? Wow, very interesting. We're gonna have to. I hope he has some Bayotin gameplay. That'd be very interesting. A turn two Bayo. Nothing, 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 nothing. Yeah, that should be it. All right, cool. So that's all the characters, guys. Let's take a look at some replays, bro. Cause holy crap, 20,000 USD. Okay, 20,000 USD. All right, let me turn up the volume for this so we can hear it. Okay, cool. So like I said, guys, he's currently ranked 3. Absolute monster, bro. He was ranked 2 yesterday or something like that. Maybe he's been ranked 1 before, but I don't think I have a screenshot for that. But like I said, rank 5 last season, bro. Rank 5 last season. Oh, I wanted to show you guys one more thing. Look at his shop, bro. Is this what a whale shop looks like? Everything bought out, bro. Everything sold out, literally. Bro bought the whole store. Damn, that's crazy. No 2x bonuses as well. I don't know how he got vouchers, but no 2x bonuses, right? Because you guys know when you top up the crystals for the first time, you get like extra bonuses like 2x, right? But all the 2x's are gone. His monthly supply card has 123 days on it. But yeah, definitely an insane whale right here. But bro is very, very good at this game, as you guys can see, right? So against the number 1 player. So maybe this guy was number 1, right? This YouTuber, this Korean YouTuber. I can't read Korean, so I don't know what that is. But definitely Dan Yan can give him a run for his money for sure, right? Because he beat him. Right? He beat him. So let's take a look at this first replay. I'm gonna try my best. I'm filming this off stream, so if I say anything incorrectly about turn 2 because I'm not an expert on turn 2, you guys can let me know down in the comments. Okay? Let me take a sip of water and we'll take a look at this first replay against is this guy the top number 1 player right now? No, he was top 1 like last season or the season. This was last season. Yeah, so against the number 1 player last season is the first replay, okay? So let me drink some water really quick and then we'll start. All right, cool. So yeah, wow. Mythic 3, bro. These guys are Mythic 3 already. We still have how long? We still have a little bit under 2 weeks before the next season, bro. Holy. Okay, let's see. So the Korean player versus Dan Yan. So I'm just going to refer to him as a Dan Yan, okay? So for these replays. So the Korean player goes first. They have Fiamelia first, of course. I've been telling you guys. Pick her first, okay? Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. Pick her first. And then Ray Mary on his side and Fuchu, right? Just standard first picks. And then he goes Tiamat and locks Sanya. So this is interesting. Normally, wouldn't you lock the Tiamat? But we know now that the combo is Tiamat and Sanya, right? But he locks Sanya. Interesting. Okay. Then he goes Rahu and Plume, right? So with Fiamelia coming out now, a lot of people don't pick Plume first anymore. Okay, guys, it's either you pick Plume and Fiamelia after going second together, or you just don't pick Plume at all. But very interesting pick to pick Plume here, even with Fiamelia as the first pick here. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why. You guys can stay in the comments if you think you know why, but I have no clue why. And then the Korean player picks Aya and then Lilith. So he locks Senyu. I think Senyu's very good here because Senyu can nuke, right? Senyu can nuke essentially these 3 because they're all elementally disadvantaged against Senyu. So very nice Senyu pivot here, I think. So sustain with Fuchu, tank extra damage and stuff like that with Rahu, and then Plume for the strip and turn meter, and then Senyu for, I guess, the big nukes, right? Looking at this team currently, there's really no way for them to kill Senyu immediately, right? Which is probably why he decided to ban the Tiamat here, because Tiamat is the only one that can do like serious damage like nonstop, right? Fia can do some pretty big damage, Lilith can do pretty big damage, but they're not like consistently nuking big damage, right? Because if Tiamat transforms, she's just gonna be nuking out that damage, especially with Sanya healing her up. So I think Tiamat's a very good ban here, and then the Korean player ends up banning Dan Yan's Ray Mary. Okay, let's take a look. I'm probably gonna watch this on 5x because they're turn 2 matches. But he did tell me, really quick, he did tell me that he's having a better time fighting turn 1 players this season right now than fighting turn 2 players, because turn 2, the draft, turn 2 versus turn 2 is so contested that he prefers fighting turn 1, and he wins more against turn 1. So what does that say about the turn 1 versus turn 2 meta? I'll let you guys decide that for yourselves. Very huge shield from Fuchu here. So there's no way he's going to kill anybody, right? No way the Korean player is going to kill anybody on Dan Yan's account right now. Oh my god, that Rahu nukes. That Rahu nukes. Oh my god, Aya got deleted, bro. Okay, revive. Nope, no revive. He decides not to revive the Aya. There's no reason to. Dude, his Rahu is crazy. Oh my god. This is what a rare... Like, I mean, everyone has P5 Rahu, right? But Jesus, how is he nuking like that? I didn't check his substats or anything like that, but it seems like this is probably the strongest Rahu I have ever reviewed for sure. Oh, wow. So 2v1 right here. Wow, that Fiamelia is broken. That nuke damage from Fiamelia is no joke, guys. No joke. And I don't really think Fiamelia can win this, right? Does it even get close? Does it even get close? Because he still has Amber on Plume, right? I don't think Plume died at all. It should be a slow chip. Yeah, just a slow chip. Eventually, the Fiamelia will be dead. Yo, that Rahu is no joke, bro. I really like his Senyu last pick, though, right? I think the pivot from Senyu last pick to get that big nuke onto the Aya really helped the Rahu kill the Aya and then completely turn the tides of this entire game, pretty much. Insane right here. Yeah, respect to the Korean player not giving up, right? Not giving up at all. I respect that. But close, though, honestly. Close. But I think after this Fuchu S3, it's not going to be close anymore. Yeah. And there it is. Finally giving up. But definitely insane first game there. That Rahu, bro. His Rahu is nuts. All right, let's see. Against this, I think this is Chinese, maybe. So against a Chinese player. No joke either, right? This guy's 4.3 right now. Or at the time of this replay when they play. So he was currently higher ranked than Dan Yan. Let's see. So we got Fiamelli first pick. All right, Fiamelli first pick. And then the other player picks Lowen Ray Mary. Nice. So he goes Fuchu Sanya. Okay, so he's locking healers. Okay, so this was one of the strategies that we were talking about on Discord together. He was telling me that like a new strat that the Asian players have been cooking up is that you pick healers in the beginning, right? So you steal the healers from the other turn 2 players first, right? So like Fuchu and Sanya, right? Those are, I think he said those are the two most popular, the most strongest, and like best use case healers to first pick. So as you can see, that's exactly what he did. And then at the end, the last two, the 4 and 5, you can flex. You can choose whoever you want. And like depending on your opponent's draft, right? So he goes. So then the other guy goes Celin's Locke and Lilith. Interesting. A lot of Lilith. I don't know if it's an Asia thing or a turn 2 versus turn 2 thing, but this is quite a lot of Lilith from these Asian players. So they must really like Lilith. So then Dan Yan goes Holden the Ting. So I think this is really good. So Holden cooks Lilith, I think, right? If I remember correctly. But Holden can also cook Celin's if he goes first. Right? Just flick her. She doesn't get that forgetfulness. You can also flick Ray Mary, right? And then I guess the Ting for extra tankiness, right? Because he probably isn't gonna ban the Ray Mary, right? He decided to ban the low one. So maybe extra tankiness and maybe to stop the other team from cycling because Ray Mary can cycle. And it looks like this guy picked Veronica last to steal Sanctolin and stuff like that. So yeah, let's take a look. So it seems to be like Holden's going to be the main damage dealer, right? Holden's the only one that's really doing damage. Everybody else is there to support the Holden. Holden goes first. Okay. See, so now there's Torpor on Veronica, and Veronica can't cut for like 2 turns. But now Fuchu goes, and he's going to be unkillable. He's literally unkillable. No stuns. No stuns there from Lilith. Honestly, from my limited T2 understanding, I don't think Lilith does that good anymore. I'm not too sure Lilith is that good in the meta anymore. Because Lilith doesn't do anything. From this game just now, maybe Lilith was like a bad pick from the other player, but I'm not sure Lilith does anything anymore. Okay, yeah, so Lilith is dead, right? So I think that was very good from him, right? The fact that the other player doesn't have any healers is a very good strat as well, because you steal the healers first, you know? You just steal the healers first. The 2 strongest healers in the game right now are definitely Fuchu and Awakened Sonya for turn 2, without a doubt. All right, we got another Korean player here. Interesting, so he's running Veronica now. So I guess it looked like he was trying to do the Fiamelia Veronica strat. So first strike Ray Mary, and he goes Plume Fia, right? Very nice. And then he goes Lowen Lock Freya. So if you lock Freya, maybe he thought he was trying to speed contest, maybe? I'm not sure, but he has a law, right? He has a law on his Fiamelia. But yeah. Then he pivots to like a turn 1 maybe. And then Veronica lock. Because there's no... But then again, technically Ray Mary can kill through that. But it is what it is. It's fine. And then Fu Chu on 4. And Hoi Yan on 5. Interesting. I like picking Hoi Yan against Lilium as well. Because Hoi Yan, believe it or not, actually cooks Lilium, guys. Actually cooks Lilium. He also said that he pre-bans Tyrandot a lot. Because... he loses to Tyrandot, right? Because if Tyrandot gets locked and she goes first and she brings everybody else up, you just get nuked, right? That's just how it is. But a lot of people are adapting to the Tyrandot for sure. Maybe he stole the Freya because he banned Tyrandot here, right? Maybe this guy stole it because it's like, okay, maybe he's going to pick Freya and then pivot to CC, something like that. Well, let's take a look at this game here. Don't worry, guys. We'll also look at some losses too to see what we can learn. Okay. So Santic's pretty useless there, right? Very weak Lilium there. Very weak Lilium. The Lilium's probably on Bloodbath. I don't like Lilium on Bloodbath, honestly. Okay, Ray Mary does literally nothing. Now he's worried about the Hoi Yan, right? He's very scared about the Hoi Yan. But there it is. Ooh, oh, snap. That's also why I don't like picking Hoi Yan into Ray Mary, right? Because Ray Mary just obliterated Hoi Yan. No passive, no nothing activates. Just instantly nukes her. But it looks like Veronica should be able to deal with the rest of them, right? Because the rest are squishy. Only Ray Mary is tanky here. And then if you have Fuchu up, you guys know Fuchu cooks Ray Mary for sure. And then the other guy gave up. Very nice, very nice. Another win against the same player. Almost a similar draft from this guy, but a slightly different draft from Dan Yan here. I like the Born last pick, though. I really like the Born last pick because these 3 are going to get instantly nuked by Born, bro. Instantly gone. Wait, did Santa go 3 times? That was weird. I thought he went 3 times. Okay. Oh, he just barely survived that. Very nice. So now that he... Oh, Lowen with like 1 HP. What? Lowen 1 HP bug? Ain't no way. That could have won him the game. That could have won the Korean player the game if he killed the Lowen. But now that might be GG's. Because Born is up and ready to nuke. Wow, very, very strong, bro. This guy is absolutely insane. That's why he's top 2 right now, right? Top 3 right now. No questions there. Okay, so this is against the other player, the other Chinese player that he won against that we watched earlier, but he had a loss here. Very interesting. So let's see how he loses here. Fia. Okay, standard, right? Standard picks. Standard first two picks from both players. He decides to lock the Lily here. Interesting. Then Aya, Tiamat, Veronica. Okay. I'm kind of curious. Why did he pick Holden into Tiamat? Right? I'm not too sure why he picked Holden into Tiamat. Maybe because Lily and Holden are good together. But he doesn't have enough sustain here, right? He doesn't have. Unfortunately, he doesn't have like a healer or like a real sustainer to sustain Holden from getting countered by Tia. So this might be a draft loss here because I don't see him tanking the. I don't see him being able to tank the Tiamat Brambles with Holden by himself without an actual healer, you know. And then on the other team, there's definitely a lot more sustain, right? There's a Veronica sustain and Aya sustain as well. Tiamat can also shield and heal a little bit, you know. But on the other team, you really only have Silence and then Amber, right? Silence and Amber. But this doesn't look doable. Okay, S3. So he's going after the Aya first here. But look at that. You saw how much damage Tiamat did? There's no way the Holden can out-survive or outlast the Tiamat damage with an actual healer. Tiamat is just so strong, bro. Oh, and there it is. I think that just lost him the entire game, right? Because Ray Mary terminated straight through the Amber. There's no way. There's no chance at all he wins this game. Ray Mary's so strong, bro. The fact that she can just, if you plan accordingly, she can just nuke straight through Amber, that's so broken. We need more characters like that, actually. Real talk, real talk. We need more characters that just nuke straight through Amber, please. Devs, please. Damn. Yeah, he has no chance of winning this. Right? Ray Mary's still on Amber. She's going to come back with some decent heals. He won't be able to kill the Ray Mary in time. Yep, yeah. So he concedes there, gives up. Some games here. I'm gonna try to find like different games for you guys, but let's take a look at this one against this. I think this is Japanese, against a Japanese player. So this looks to be the turn 2 meta. Okay, this looks to be the turn 2 meta in the Asia server. These characters, like pretty much the same as NA, I think. But we got a sprinkle of Hoi Yan in there. But yeah, more or less, relatively similar meta for the most part, I would say. Wow, that Hoi Yan did nothing to Born, bro. That's crazy. I have no clue how this Japanese player has any chance of winning. He can't kill the Born either. Born heals as well, right, guys? You guys know he's a vampire. I made a video about him. He just heals so much just from basic attacking. He's pretty nuts. And at this point, there's no way like Dan Yan can lose. Full HP, still has a shit ton of damage from both Born and Veronica, right? And that's just GG's. Very nice. Usually when I watch turn 2 versus turn 2 games, it's very rarely like a close match. Very rarely a close match. It's usually very one-sided. So I think turn 2 wins a lot more convincingly in the draft than perhaps turn 1 versus turn 1. But turn 2 versus turn 2, it seems pretty convincing. I don't really see close games as often as I do with turn 1 versus turn 1. Especially if there's like no Messiah and stuff like that. We're talking about like CC and things like that. We'll see. All right, another standard, pretty turn 2 draft right here. But they like Senyu, right? It seems like they like pivoting to Senyu at the very end as a turn 2 player. But does that really matter? Actually, never mind. I take that back because I thought Born was on the other team. The Born was on the other team. But huge nukes from Senyu, but not enough, right? The issue, I think the issue with picking Senyu for the nukes is like as a turn as a turn 2 player, if you don't get those nukes in and you don't kill right away, then there's no point picking Senyu for the nuke anyway. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna pick Senyu last pick, you have to make sure you nuke her. You nuke the other team, at least one of them, at least kill one of them, right? Because if you play Senyu as a turn 1 player, which I do, I have Plume, Nahor defense down and CC, and then Senyu can just nuke, and then she has another turn to start cycling and doing more damage and stuff like that. But sometimes the Senyu pivot works, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, it doesn't seem as consistent as maybe I thought initially from just looking at their games. So interesting here, Born last pick. So Born solo damage dealer here. And then 3 supporters against a Ray Mary and Lilium. Okay, so he loses this game. Interesting. Let's just watch. Let's just watch. Bloom right there. I'm guessing the Lilium nukes pretty hard, right? Okay, Forgetfulness. Uh-oh. Ooh, that is actually a really big nuke. Okay, but like Lilium did her job, right? That's pretty much GG's. That's GG's there. So Lilium did her job. So I'm guessing he picked Lilium to one-shot the Born. And Lilium definitely did her job. Born is completely dead. And now the other team literally has no damage. So he can just slowly chip them down with Ray Mary. And they don't have any wound either, right? They don't have any wound to deal with Ray Mary's Amber or Plume's Amber. And eventually he just wins. See, like, this game isn't that close either, right? Once he dealt with the Born, it's kind of GG's. He might be able to kill the Ray Mary, but like she still has Amber, and he probably won't be able to kill her out of Amber. That's a lot of stuns. And a lot of cleansing from the eye as well. Okay, so there it is, right? The Ray goes into Amber. But look at the healing now, right? The healing is lessened. So Fuchu's not healing as much. As soon as Ray Mary comes out, everybody's getting moved. Big heals, bro. Big heals, big damage. Dead. 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 GG's. So I'm thinking like, we talk about Amber all the time, right? So I don't think Amber's ever getting a nerf, okay, guys? I don't think that's ever happening. But we're gonna need more characters that can nuke Amber. Let's be real. We need a lot more characters that can nuke Amber. Okay, so he has a Tiamat game here, but he loses. Let's watch this one as well, because this is, I think, the first game with his Tiamat. Honestly, pretty standard draft. Not too much to talk about, I don't think. But maybe the Rahu last pick, right? Maybe the Rahu last pick was what cooked him here. Damn, that Rahu. Yo, all the whale Rahus, bro. They do so much damage. And good damage from... So I'm watching Veronica. I'm seeing a lot of Veronica use in the turn 2 versus turn 2 games because she provides not only sustain, but damage and then buff stealing as well. So Veronica is absolutely insane for turn 2 versus turn 2. You guys know I don't see her at all because I'm a turn 1 player. And I can just nuke them anyway. Or I can just nuke the Veronica and Heinrich and all this stuff on her anyway. Yeah, kind of cooked there. The Rahu did too much damage. Did way too much damage. And then Ray Mary following up as well. Oh, interesting game here. We see a Messiah and a Senyu. So this is a, what, a cleave? A cleave pivot here. Turn 2, probably super duper fast Doki, push up these two and try to nuke. But I'm guessing, okay, I'm guessing he picked these two nukers. Why? Because of Fiamelia, right? So I'm thinking he's thinking that, okay, I'm just gonna nuke Fiamelia. If I don't apply debuffs, then Fiamelia won't cut, right? That's the strat. If you guys want to deal with Fiamelia, you can beat her by just nuking her or just slowly doing damage to her without putting debuffs on her or her team. But then again, as a turn 1 player, that's pretty tough too, right? Because she's she heals. she heals. Like, you need the defense down and stuff like that in order to nuke, right? Okay, so big Senyu damage right there. Uchu's heals come up. Mass nuke, but not enough. Ray Mary right there. Okay, nice. 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 Okay, so a nice W right there. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the mass and stuff like that because, like, how do you get rid of Tiamat from on Amber, right? Like she proc the Amber, she's fully healed. You're not gonna have a second round of big nukes like that, at least for like 3 more turns. You know. Mm, mm, mm. So this is a turn 1 team, okay, guys? Remember, he told me that he prefers to fight turn 1. He does better against turn 1 as a turn 2 player rather than against another turn 2 player. So let's take a look at this one. Okay, so Freya goes first, of course, but it ends up pushing Veronica up, which is fine, because Senyu can dispel right there. Nice wound, but now how do you dispel the heals? How do you dispel the heals and the shield? I know they have wound on them, but still. Okay, nice. Okay, so Veronica is just slowly chipping them down because they have the shield from Veronica and from Fuchu, so they're not gonna die at all. They just can't die. Okay, another Senyu S3. Pretty big damage with the strip from the shield. Oh. Okay, now Lowen has Soul Ward. Now Lowen can't die. But if Ray Mary comes up... Oh, he had to S3 there because... Oh, I see. Because the Ting, right? Because of the Ting, he counters the pushback from Mio and Freya. So good pick. Honestly, really good pick picking the Ting. You guys should know that by now, right? The Ting cooks Freya and Mio. Okay? Cooks Freya and Mio pretty hard. I've been picking the Ting against that comp as well. So actually, he wins this game against Sarandot. So this should be an interesting game as well. Let's take a look at this one. Born, Sonya. Pretty tanky. There's no way, looking at this team, there's no way he's going to even get close to killing the Born, bro. I don't think anyway. Unless that's a Revelation Plume, I don't think he has any chance. Is it Revelation Plume? It is Revelation Plume. All right, let's see. Okay, push up. Nuke. Nuke. Ah, but the Sonya cut. So was Tiamat really the best pick here? Couldn't he have picked another fast nuker, right? Because if he picked another fast nuker and that fast nuker didn't get cut, like a Rin, right? Like a blue Rin, he would have won because he would have nuked all of them. He literally would have nuked all of them and then he would have won. I see. So I'm not too sure why this player picked Tiamat last. I actually don't know. I have no clue. I would have definitely gone all in. Picked another fast damage dealer, Yelly or Blue Rin, right? I really like Blue Rin, you guys know. Because she's one of my fastest characters. So I'm able to nuke with her too. So he tries to do more nukes with the Senyu, but it's not enough because Veronica is just absolutely insane. More strips, but you can't strip all of them, right? They have like 7 buffs. Plume strips like 3 buffs. She can't strip all of them. And then he revives Born, and he has no way to kill Born, and that's just GG's there. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let me start clicking around. But I think we have a good grasp. Like, we have a lot of good replays already. Let me see. Anything interesting? Anything different from his draft or the other person's draft? No, not really. I think we had a couple turn 1 games, and mostly turn 2, right? It seems like turn 2 is still safer, okay, guys? Like, we talk about this all the time, but turn 2 is most definitely still the safer, more consistent way to go. But yeah, that is absolutely insane. Okay, 20,000 USD, guys. 20,000 USD. Absolutely insane top player, top turn 2 player. Ridiculous. So yeah, I just want to thank Dan Yan for hitting me up on Discord for this video. Like I said, guys, if you want to show off your account, if you want an account review and get tips from me and my community, just let me know in the comments. Just hop into the Discord as well and just let me know, and I'll put you on the wait list. Okay. So thank you, Dan Yan. Again, this is hopefully it's gonna be an amazing video for the viewers as well, especially because my main audience is like the global server, so we can we can get some insight into the meta and how the Asian players are playing. Yeah. All right, that's it for this video, guys. All right, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe. You guys already know about the goals for subs on YouTube and the monthly pass giveaways and all that stuff. I stream every single night, guys. If I don't catch you on the stream, then I'll see you in the next video. Bye.